4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, it is time for the Bushcraft show.
It's been a while. It's so. I mean, AI is kind of cool, but then you think about it in the long run, and it's kind of scary. I did the voices on the news intro, and one of them's a British lady, because it kind of sounds like a news person. And the other one's just an old lady. and all you do is type the stuff in, and it says what you want, and it sounds just like a regular person. It's odd. Did you go and change your name again? Is that you, Heroic? I can't keep track of you.
Just call him Joyzy. That's all.
Joyzy. He's not in Jersey.
Joyzy.
He's a Georgia boy now.
Well, yeah, but he was originally Jersey. I thought.
Hey,
yeah,
it's a good location choice, my friend.
Forget about it.
Oh
Good
man,
to have
I bet you he's dying the first summer he's down here.
Oh yeah, he's like, what is this?
I'm going back to Jersey. Well, did you have a hard time, Eric, when you came down?
No, we would get some really bad heat spells up there. I can remember working outside and it was 102.
Yeah,
and and I was on a ladder, so I was kind of like, okay, it's time to quit. Now you're talking back in my 30s, which was quite a while ago. So yeah. And the Northeast, they're going to cook this year too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
got up to 88 today before the rain, and then it's freezing cold now at 78.
The only thing that's different down here is you get a sea breeze. Yeah. I'm only like 3 blocks from the bay, so you get a good amount of sea breeze, and you get your daily shower, which normally rain shower, it cools you down. So, but the middle of the state, Orlando and all that, hell, you could cook a turkey outside in that weather.
Good thing you don't live down in Miami.
No, they're underwater, those poor people.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Hey, thank you, Jake, for becoming a member.
Right.
Let me go ahead and hit the new members. Oh, where is the new member thing? Oh, right there.
New channel member. Thank you for your support.
Oh, hot here today. Feels like 102. Oof. Yeah, I can. And next week's going to be worse. It's going to be a doozy. I already have plants wilted already from the heat. Kind of hope they pull through it.
Yeah, I had to shift some of mine in a little bit more shadier location today.
Yeah, I don't have no shade now. I don't have no tree back there at all. Uh-oh. Trey, you get sunburn? I used to remember the first hot week of the year when I was a kid. Always get the tops of my feet sunburned.
Yep. Yep.
My nose always had skin peeling, and my shoulders and my feet.
I think I've had sun poisoning. I'm true sun poisoning twice.
Oh yeah, I've had it a few times. Big old bubbles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they look like the size of chicken eggs on your shoulders. I mean, huge.
Flip
But,
flop tans. Well, I didn't. I never wore shoes when I was a kid, so yeah.
But it was one of the tricks that I learned down here was you fill up a bathtub with, whatever the temperature of the water is that comes out of the tap, and in the summer it's not cold water. And
Well,
you add
depends.
tea, you add green tea to the
Oh yeah.
water, and that just draws a lot of stuff out of you.
Well, it depends what water you're talking about. If you pump it out of well, that's cold.
No,
it's
this
about
is city
cold if
water.
you can get it.
Yeah, well water, it's cold.
Hey, Vester.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I usually wait a few minutes before the YouTube police come around. So if you're there, we're not talking about anything important this Friday.
No, we don't know nothing about nothing.
Hey, Vester.
You know, it was today in 1777 the U.S. adopted the Stars and Stripes.
Mm.
Happy National Flag Day.
Well, the thing is, what actually got this link, and this guy's supposed to be pretty accurate and everything with his interpretations and stuff. So we'll have to see. But I thought we'd go over something I thought was real interesting. I kind of want to see if you guys have heard of any of these. And it's how parents used to be back in the olden days, whatnot, and what they used to give the kids and things like that. And there's some really some strange ones that parents used to give their kids. And the first one is a spoonful of opium will keep the tears away, and that's the first thing that big wow thing that we used to give kids. The medicine, cough medicines and stuff like that were made with opium.
Right.
Hey, Lake, thank you for being a member for 27 months.
That's awesome.
Alcohol, their secret ingredient was alcohol and opium.
Yeah.
Mrs. Winslow's soothing syrup is what it was called.
That's how a lot of those were, late 1800s, early 1900s. Yeah.
Yeah. And their kids started getting this thing called pink disease. It would turn their hands and their feet really bright pink.
Really?
And they're like, what is this from? And it's because they were giving this stuff to chill their kids out.
Man.
And I thought this was because I've heard of this. It's called airing your kid out or airing your baby out. In New York City, cities, or whatever, if they couldn't get outside, they build a cage and put it outside their window for their baby to lay down and air out.
I've seen pictures of this.
It'd be naked baby, Here, I'll show you a picture of it. There it is. Let me find it. Let me go zoom in on it.
Yep.
It's just a little cage. Has your parents done this to you?
And hang you out the window, a 5-story window.
Yeah. Well, there
Man,
was some of them windows were even higher than this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, some of this stuff, they fell through and whoops, but
something else.
yeah,
That's not too smart.
that was the thing. The babies had to be aired out or they would get rashes and stuff. That's what the that's what the that's what the thinking was. You find another one here. Oops. They used to give newborn babies, a bath in oil and salt to cleanse them. This would be oil, maybe lard, olive oil, sweet oils, liquid Vaseline, and salt.
Hmm.
From newborn to 2 months, they would get these baths.
I don't know the science behind it, but for some reason it seems like that would be beneficial. I don't know.
The oil would probably be better than the salt, but
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
and I wonder how many babies like whoop
yeah.
all greasy and all.
In the cage, in that air out cage, you go.
uh, what was it? They used to toilet train babies at 4 months old,
Wow.
and you had better be trained by a year old. Yeah, it was bad if you was, or if you weren't trained by then. And then there's the no affection, don't show affection. When you're around your baby, you couldn't smile at it or anything like that. And this was in the early 1900s. And this came from a psychologist. He was.
What is the reasoning for that was?
Um, if a baby was shown too much love, then it would become spoiled, and we all know what happened there. So this was the psychiatrist, his thing. You don't show them love or anything, no expression. But that's how they did back then, and it was. I seen the pictures of how they were acting and whatnot, and of course, here's the next one was no lunch, no snacks if you're bad or something. I've noticed if you don't eat all your food, you don't get a snack or something like that. But
Glad they stopped that deal.
early, depression times and stuff, you were lucky to get one meal. But that was some of those the parents in our early 1900s times.
You figure around that same time, what was it? In the 1920s, the post office announced that you could no longer ship babies in the mail. And that was around the
Darn
same
it.
time, and that was just over 100 years ago.
Could you imagine? Well, I was trying to air him out.
Yeah,
My doctor said I needed to air him out, so we just sent him around the country for a little while. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get to the story. I think we should be safe enough here to talk about. Now, again, this article was sent to me by and it's a very interesting article here. and it's World War III to start this month. Indian astrologer predicts exact date of possible global conflict. Global, not just a couple people going at it. There's been constant speculation and possibility of World War III amongst analysts, historians looking at geological solutions in the world, not just the astrologer Nostradamus and Baba Van Gogh. I don't know who that is anyway. Had made predictions on the possibility of World War III. Although predictions, the future is unknown, but the Indian astrologer Kashal Kumar has claimed to foreseen the exact start date of World War III. And it's this month, and it's just in 4 days. Starting, or it will start on June 18th, 2024. Last month, in a blog post, a Medium, Tuesday, June 18th, has the strongest planetary stimulus to trigger World War III, although the 10th and the 29th may have a say in it as well. So, again, the 10th is already here, so it's not going to be then. So if it's not going to be 18th, it may be the 29th. And, a lot of people don't believe in much of these people, but he's actually been right more times than he's been wrong, which really doesn't mean much either.
Yeah.
But it's real interesting.
Yeah, I think, that's what really gave him somewhat credibility in the story kind of circulating since last month, is that anybody could just make the claim, but supposedly other things have happened around the world at certain times, and he has predicted them along with, like you said, he's an astronomer. So he planetary alignments, and there is kind of some backing to that. I guess certain entities would want to do things at a certain time for certain energy, but there is two planetary alignments this month. One has already passed. I think it was on or around the 10th.
Probably.
And there's another one towards the end of this month. I want to say the last week of the month, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. And again, we've heard these things before, the world ending in 2012. I mean, that was the big one, there
12.
Yeah, there were people, really getting into this one and selling all their stuff and having a big old party, and then they find out that the 13th they're still alive, and whoops, I don't have nowhere to live. I sold everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it to that level, but anytime it happens, people get into it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop the link to this if anybody wants to read the full thing here. And you can check out the dude's other premonitions, or whatever he calls them. Yeah, he predicted it. The Iranian president uh, and 7 others, and the airplane crash on the 19th.
That's what it was. Yep.
And a few others. There, like I said, there's a list of things that he predicted that were like, wow. He picked the person's name and said when they're dying and stuff. Is there truth to it, or just he's just real lucky, or who knows? It's just one of those things. Now, I know who Nostradamus is, but the Baba Vanga, I've never heard of him. Let me go ahead and search him, see what pops up. Evidently, he's probably one of those fortune teller type persons. Oh wow! Oh whoa! She has no eyes.
It's a woman.
Bulgarian mystic and healer. Ooh, yeah, that's a freaky little tidbit.
It's like people say you lose one of your senses, some of your others get heightened, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
I guess that could be possible.
Hey Jeff, how's it going? But I mean, this came out before the Russian with the ships and everything going to Cuba. And now all of a sudden it's being revisited again, like, ooh, maybe he's on to something. But again, it's not no fear or anything like that, because if it happens, you can't do nothing about it anyway. So being all shook up and crazy in fear it's not helping anybody. So it's nothing that anybody wants to happen either, except for some crazy leaders and stuff. But yeah, that one here. Oh wow!
Starbucks are going to close down. Maybe that's what he was predicting. How much chaos that would cause.
Predictions form in 2024. End of the
There'd
world.
be a lot less traffic if they did.
Oh wow!
Oh, people will forget how to drive. They couldn't get the caffeine to remember. Oh. It's like no matter what, I pass by a Starbucks or a Chick-fil-A in my area, they're always busy. Can't get them in there fast enough.
Well, the Baba person predicted a powerful earthquake to strike America in 2024. And I just got a thing that popped up, says I need to be a member to look at this. So I'm not looking at that. I hate them websites.
I don't track it as much as some, but I mean, I have heard I guess you could say, an uptick, certain volcanic and earthquakes.
Yeah, somebody was just telling me today there was a bunch in California. Here, there's always some in California, but
Yeah.
there's been
Them getting earthquakes is like us getting hurricanes. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but you go down and look at the list of things that he's predicted, and it makes you wonder a little bit. Another thing I was looking at today, and this again, I'm going back to that old times. pre um, depression and during the depression and stuff, and I had to do dessert. So I figure I'd name off some desserts, and if you've heard of these, make sure you say something in chat so that we know that either ate some of this or you've heard of it.
Well, this will be delightful.
And the first one is mincemeat pie, which they kind of have that nowadays still, don't they?
I've never had that to my knowledge. I promise you.
I don't think it doesn't really have meat in it, does it?
Okay, well, I might have had it then.
I don't know.
Minced meat pie.
Oh, I guess it does.
Oh,
It's
never
finely
mind.
chopped mixture of meat, traditionally mutton, along with dried fruit and spices.
What?
Hmm.
What is mutton?
Sheep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try that. I've never had it though.
It's the fruit and sugars that are preserved, as well as overpowers the flavor of the meat. Oh boy, yeah. It also has animal fat in it, beef suit. Yeah, I don't.
Protein bar.
It's popular for Christmas time. So, okay, heard it. Oh, Christy Baum loves mincemeat. Okay.
I'd have to make it myself. I don't know if I've ever been anywhere that sold it around here.
I don't know if you could actually buy it somewhere because it being meat and everything. Okay, our next one here on the list is, and I've heard of this one, tomato soup cake.
Yeah.
This was big in the Depression time and right after the Depression. And it comes from Irish immigrants.
No, I've heard of it, but I've never tried it. But I've heard it's good.
It's red and orange cake that doesn't taste like tomatoes at all, thanks to cinnamon cloves, nutmeg in the mix. The usual spice cake was popular in the 30s and 40s when the Depression era and wartime shortages called for culinary creativity. Yeah, when you use a can of soup to make a cake, yeah. Yeah,
I've heard. It substitutes the butter or the eggs, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you can buy mincemeat in a.
Didn't know that.
All the new stuff doesn't have meat. Okay. Next one is shoe fly plot. Oh, shoe fly pie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this is
an
older one. This dates back to 1876, and it's a sweet molasses pie, and they had like sugary stuff on the top of it, and that would draw in the flies, and that's why they shoe the fly, and that's it got the name shoe fly pie, and it's German immigrants from Pennsylvania came up with it. Also in Ohio too, Pennsylvania and Ohio. Huh. And let's see if nobody heard of shoe fly pie. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Somebody shows up with one, you know it's going to be good because you ain't never heard of it. You know?
Well, but nowadays you would wonder, does it got flies in it? Our next one is carrot pudding.
Carrot pudding.
Yeah.
Never had it.
This one goes back to 1591.
Wow.
Wow.
See, carrot pudding as a savory pudding made of chopped liver, breadcrumbs, spices, dates, and sugar.
So no carrots?
That is then stuffed inside a hollow carrot.
Oh, really? Man, how big were their carrots? Man.
By the 18th century, carrot pudding had evolved into a sweet dessert baked in a pastry shell, similar to pumpkin pie and other varieties of steamed carrots. Okay. Now it's just like they shred them up and steam them and jello mold them and stuff.
Give it a shot. I love carrot cake.
Nope. Oh, Christy Baum's heard of it. That's something.
Got me on that one. I never heard of that one.
Huh. Okay. And this one's an easy one. Fruitcake.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I think I got one that's 5 years old in my freezer.
Flavor and texture hasn't changed.
And it actually, it's a European yeast bread.
Yeah.
Well, it evolved. It was actually, it was during the medieval era, and it evolved into a yeast bread.
You know what we call it down here?
Way to preserve fruit for the winter. Fruitcake is involved in cutting up fruit pieces and boiling in sugar, tossing in granulated sugar and allowing it to dry. Oof.
Now, we got a fruitcake factory here in the community I live in. And
Where's
it
that
ain't
place?
hauling no fruit in it.
We use them as boat anchors down here, Joe.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they were door stoppers.
That
Oh, I
too.
love them. I love a good fruitcake.
Ugh.
Yeah, I just had a bunch of bad ones. I don't know.
There's some real expensive
I'm
ones
open.
that
I'm
they
open.
look real good, but it's like, do I want to try another one?
What is this? Bear Creek fruitcake? Something like that. But anyway, I mean, everybody that's tried these has loved them. They've mainly got nuts in it.
Yeah, they have nuts too.
Yeah.
Our next one is called Jumbles.
Jumbles.
No.
She fly pie is good.
Oh yeah. You know.
Or Jumballs is another name for it. Jumbles or Jumballs.
That's my knowledge.
Must have been.
Or Jumballs. Probably whoever's saying it.
Jumballs. Call peanut.
Jumpers.
Are a type of butter cookie. Predates the modern sugar cookie. Historians believe the recipe originated in the Middle East and may have been introduced to Europeans by Muslims in Spain and I can't even say that. Portugal, beef before it was brought to the New World by the 16th century explorers. Made from butter, sugar, eggs, and flour. Jumbles were
Glad I
flavored
haven't tried them.
with rose water and spices, and shaped into. It kind of looks like, some of them look like wreaths, and some of them look like pretzels. So they probably do different designs with them.
It's like the Christmas cookies they put out every year with the different shapes, and one of them shaped like a pretzel. Y'all ever seen them?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep.
I know Jeff has heard this one. It's vinegar pie.
And it's good too.
I ain't never heard of that one.
You
I've
never heard
made
of
that
vinegar
one
pie?
quite a few times.
Not if it maybe somebody called it something different, not to my knowledge.
It's mimicking of tartness of lemons. This
Mhm.
sweet and tangy pie could be made all year long, substituting apple cider vinegar for citrus. So instead of using a lemon to make lemon meringue pie or something, you would use vinegar
Okay.
in its place.
Hey, what? Pull it up on YouTube.
I had
Try-
something called a lemonade pie. That might have been something similar. They just used the citrus, like you said.
No, no, trust me.
Yeah. Okay. I think everybody's heard this more. That and
What?
fruitcake. And that's the end of that list.
I think I have had vinegar pie. They just called it something different.
Yeah.
What?
Oh man.
I wouldn't turn my hand over to either buttermilk pie or vinegar pie.
Are they similar?
Similar, but they do have just a little bit of a different taste.
Now, Timothy, are those separate or are those all together?
I love liver and onions.
Yeah, with rum cake,
Never
rum
tried that.
fruitcake. I hope
Oh,
they
that's
go
all together.
I would probably drink the rum first before I did.
Well,
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
you take the fruit cake and use it as slices of bread and make
So
you a
good.
liver and onion sandwich.
Oh.
I hadn't thought about that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Guacamole.
You got-
These are culinary epiphanies. You need to write this down.
People are going to eat for a week.
About
Oh.
making a fruit cake, pouring, drowning it in whiskey once a month for 12 months. I had an uncle that done that, and that you get past the third piece, you doing good.
Ooh.
That's right. Miss Mary, she's got it. Shrimp fritters
Okay,
made with
separate. That's good. Now that Watt has come up with that recipe, you might want to try that out. Take a couple slices of that, puts you some liver and onions on top of it.
You know, that ain't no bad idea.
I'm afraid there's a chance I might like it to some degree.
Before or
Hey,
after
one way
the
to
run.
find out.
Oh boy.
You done the news, ain't you?
The what?
I said you have did the news part, haven't you?
Yeah, the World War III thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. If it was, like 2012, it was like, they didn't, and they had the Mayan thing too on top of
Right.
that. But this guy is actually, said this person's going to die and gave the date, and whoop, he died. These people are going to die in an airplane crash. Whoop, they died. He gives the dates and everything. So
Specific, people and dates.
Sound like he got some inside insight there.
So I guess we have to wait until the 18th to see.
Now, what's supposed to happen next week?
The 18th, World War III.
Oh,
Yeah, he predicted that World War III.
Of course, on Taco Tuesday.
On the 18th.
I'm going to put something in private. It's going to take me a few minutes to type it.
Okay, and these are the most popular TV shows of all time. So
Really?
I'm sure everybody's going to recognize these, but there's actually one in there I've never heard. Well, I've heard of one, but didn't watch it. But our first one is The Fugitive.
Yep.
Yeah.
63 to 67. And it was before the movie with Harrison Ford. There was 120 episodes.
Huh.
And 90 of them were broadcasted in black and white.
Wow.
30 in color. And it set a record for 78 million people watched it.
That's a lot back then.
And yeah.
I misspelled one word, but forgive me. I'm a guy.
Our next one, again, everybody knows this one. It's MASH.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1972 to 1983.
Damn it, what
11
10 years? 11.
Yeah. And in 83, The Farewell, that big one, 105 million viewers watched it. Everybody watched it. I mean, I bet you there's people in here now that has watched the last episode during that live episode.
Last
Live,
episode.
what I mean.
Last episode was in 2 parts.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as much as the Super Bowl and the NBA championship combined.
Well, you look at the population back then compared to now.
Oh yeah. The next one is Roots, and
Roots?
Yeah. And that was on 1977.
I have seen some of the episodes, not the entirety.
And estimated 140 million people watched that overall. And I think there was, what was there, 8 or 9 episodes of that or something?
Quite a few of them.
I saw the whole movie.
It's like a mini series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know this one. Everybody's going to say they've seen this one.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Who shot JR?
1978 to 1991.
Good God.
Man.
Yep. And they rerun it too. They came back.
Oh yeah, it's still airing.
Well, Knots Landing was a runoff of Dallas, wasn't it?
Yep.
I believe
Really?
so.
That was one of the spinoffs from it.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sorry, it wasn't as good as Dallas back then. But, hey, I was 16, 17 years old. I was out running the streets, so I really didn't see much of it.
Yeah, the big thing here was in 1980 when Who Shot JR, and they left it for 8 months to find out.
Uh-huh.
And when that 76% of TV viewers were watching then.
Wow.
Was it his wife that done it, or was it another girl?
That was his niece, the Crosby girl.
Yeah.
Okay. The last person you expect to do it.
Oh, that's everybody was talking about that.
Mhm.
After that last one aired,
Yeah, I bet.
everybody was, who shot him? You know, they were freaking out. And it was the whole 8 months. That's what everybody was talking about.
Well, even up on TV commercials, that somehow or another they would slide that. Who shot JR in their commercials?
It's that iconic line.
Yeah, Jeff, we can't talk about that though.
Are you talking about what I put?
Yeah, they're deleting YouTube channels for that.
Okay, that's the reason I wanted to bring it up in the back first.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it early this morning, but not, too much.
Yeah.
That's a crying shame too.
Here's the next one is Cheers.
Oh yeah.
1982 to 1993. Again, 11 years seems like it's.
No, wait a minute. That was out before me and the wife got married. No. Okay, you right.
There was 275 episodes.
Man.
It had a Nielsen rating of 45.5, which whatever that means, but
darn.
It had a viewership of 93 million people that watched it. And to this day, the MASH is still the record for that last episode.
Man. All the shows is come and gone.
That's when TV was TV. I'll gladly say that.
Yeah, they just put it into a shirt, a meme, and everything.
And this last, or not last one, but you might as well be the last one. But this is one in 2020. The World of the Married.
I've never heard of it, much less seen it.
And it's second to the first. It's second place of all watched things.
What's it called?
The World of the Married.
Never heard of it.
I ain't either.
And the thing is, it's 2020, so everybody was in the house. It's a Korean television show.
Oh, yes, Korean, yeah.
That's why.
But it's ranked at one of the top ones here.
Well, it's probably a good thing we couldn't understand what they were saying anyway.
I don't know if it's in English or Korean or what. I have no idea. I've never heard of it. And I've heard of this last one, but I don't care to watch it. And this one's from South Korea. It's the Squid Game.
I've heard about it, about all the hype, but I haven't watched the episode.
I don't think I have either.
It's on Netflix, but it just looks too weird for me to watch. And
that show I did have a lot of hype.
And I'm into like science fiction and stuff like that, but it's like it's weird looking, way past what I would probably watch.
I wish you hadn't done that.
Yeah. Can't really think of a way to describe it.
And
see Daisy.
The global sensation that 142 million households press play for a total of 165 billion viewing hours.
Wow.
Billion?
And I think, yeah, billion.
That is insane.
And I think they're up to the fourth one. I don't know. And I mentioned there are Stranger Things 4 that is supposed to be with this somewhere. I don't know, but Squid Game, passed everything. But again, you got to look at it this way. There's a lot of people that are staying inside watching these instead of being normal humans and going out, going fishing and doing stuff. But yeah.
Oh, Carol Z.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and that's what I mean. It's like everybody stays inside nowadays. It's
That's kind of scary going out.
well, in cities there's a abundance of people that never leave their apartment. It's not, and it's not the phobia one where they can't step out. They just don't want to. They just don't want to. Everything's delivered. If they need something, it's knock knock knock. It's there at the door. You pay your bills. I mean, you don't have to leave your house. You can just stay in and watch these weird shows all day. And I don't know if it's weird or not, but they wear these weird pink outfits, and they kind of remind me of those Despicable Me guys, those little
Minions.
Yeah, but human size. Now there's some shows that I watched, and there's some shows that I stopped watching because they followed what was going on in the world, and what I mean is the bad stuff. 2020, all the hospital shows and doctor shows, it was all about the sickness thing, and everybody has to wear these and everybody has to get this, and it was more like an advertising instead of the show. And I stopped watching because I don't need to see that. I hear it enough from CNN and all those. It's you gotta get that the juice and all that. I didn't want to watch it in a TV show.
Yeah, we are in a TV show. Yeah, exactly, Big Charming.
Like 2020, when you think of 2020, you think of like clear vision or good vision. It's like, I don't know, 2020, it was like,
Well,
I guess maybe it showed so many things that you can't unsee it now. That's why it feels like it's been so long since 2020, but it's only been 4 years.
Yeah, I know. Okay, and I've done this before. Now a lot of these, and this is the top picks for 80s TV. Airwolf, I watched Airwolf.
That was good.
Wonder Years, never seen an episode.
That was pretty good.
Growing Pains, again, never seen an episode of that.
That was pretty good. Decent.
Now, this one I did like, and my dad actually liked it too. Fall Guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Lee Majors,
Yes,
the $6 million man, was I think he was like a bounty, not a
He
bounty
was a
hunter.
stunt man, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Stuntman,
stuntman.
Yeah, but he did stuff, help people.
like little
And-
side missions.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Who's the Boss? My
Yeah.
wife loved the show.
They just turned that into a movie that just come out. Fall Guy. It just came out like last month.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that was, I think that was more toward the movie Burt Reynolds did. What movie was that?
Can't
When he
remember.
did what?
Burt Reynolds did, where he was a stunt man. And one more jump, it was going to kill him. He's going to be paralyzed. You remember?
Yeah.
What was the name of that movie?
I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember.
I've seen the movie, but I'm like ER. I can't remember the name of it.
And the young guy that he was with?
No, not Smokey.
No. It was
Where he was,
Hooper?
he wrote it. Hooper.
Yeah.
Hooper.
Yep. There it is. I knew
Okay,
B
yeah.
would get it. And I thought that was what that was based on, was that. I may be mistaken, but so it is after the show. Okay. I thought it would, because I thought it would be more about and actually that might be about the show too. I don't know. I never really got into, researching it or anything. And this one is, I did watch this, is What's Happening Now. And I think that was a spinoff, wasn't it?
Well, I've heard of that one.
I had to watch it because Mama liked it.
I looked it up.
Yeah, it's a spinoff from the original What's Happening.
Yeah, rerun.
Rerun and Shirley, the
Oh,
waiter, and Little D and Raj
and Full House. I hated it. Sorry if
yeah.
It's
I
okay.
remember that.
I had to watch it all the time.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like it. I had to sit there and grin through it. Family Ties. I
Wasn't crazy about
watched
that.
that. It wasn't like a number one show that I would watch, but it was pretty good until the later years. It seems like the first few seasons are always better.
What was it?
This next one I did watch. It was Miami Vice, and I think every
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
teenager
Tubbs
back
and
then
Crockett.
watched it. And I actually had me one of those jackets that I pulled the
Oh,
sleeves
really?
up on and
Were
stuff.
you driving a 426 Hemi too?
No.
That's what I wanted. What was it? 72 CUDA?
No, 70.
Okay.
Yep.
You know them things are worth over $500,000 now. Those cars.
One at Barrett Jackson's went for over $1 million last week.
Really?
Yep.
Either B is a fan of the show or the guy who played Crockett.
Don Johnson,
Yeah.
Crockett,
Which
and
is
Tubbs.
it, B? Which is it, B?
That's where they wore their leather dress shoes with no socks.
Yeah.
Right.
Silk
That
pants,
actually
loose
came
fitting
back.
shirt. Yeah.
That's actually a trend now.
Yeah.
What's
I
that?
wouldn't know. I don't wear socks anyway. I'm in flip flops. So.
No, I gotta have socks on.
Oh, the other guy, Tubbs, that was
Tubbs.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah. I don't know his name.
Michael J. Thomas, I
Oh, is
think.
that who it was? Yeah. I can't. And this one, I remember parts of this, but I don't remember if and I didn't even know there was 3 seasons of this. This is North and South.
Really?
Yeah.
3 seasons?
Patrick Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember the name. I don't think I watched it. North and South.
I don't know if I heard it. I don't know if I heard
You
of that one.
probably did if you.
It was about the Civil War.
Right.
I think I watched half of the first season. Yep, because it was on cable and I didn't pay my bill, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
yeah,
I
I've
said,
seen some of that.
I didn't know there was more seasons. I thought it was just a one season thing. So I don't know what season I watched. Yeah, North and South. And the next one is Saint Elsewhere, and I did watch that.
I know the
I don't know
name.
why, but I always like the doctor shows for some odd reason.
The nurses.
What is it? Code Black? Code Red? That was
Code
one
Blue.
of the best hospitals I've seen.
And
Code
I
Black.
know Eric probably loved this one. It's Perfect Strangers.
No. No.
Well, there was that other one, but I think that was, I don't know if that was an 80s or older.
Talking about the
Bosom
one with
Buddies,
Balcony?
or was that a movie? Bosom Buddies,
No, Bosom Buddies was Tom Hanks and
when he was normal.
yeah, and oh God,
Balcony.
I keep thinking it's Peter
I
Scolari,
know.
but it's not. It's the guy that played Balky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes he
And
does a
Hunter-
gay man, you know.
And Hunter was a good show also.
Yeah, Fred Dreyer. He was a defensive lineman for the Rams. That was an excellent show.
yeah. I like the crime shows too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lonesome Dove. Oh man, I love that.
Tommy Lee Jones.
I like,
And I was
yeah.
like, they should have been more seasons to that.
Well, Westerns ain't what they used to be now.
No, that was in the 80s. So
Yeah. Open Range was pretty good from
yeah,
what
that was
I
a good.
saw.
That was a good movie.
That
And
was
everybody loves this one, Highway to Heaven.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And let me see if I can remember the. No, well,
Yeah.
yeah, Knight Rider.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Was that a Trans Am or a Firebird?
Same thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because parts was interchangeable.
Well, what made a Firebird a Trans Am was the handling package and an upgraded motor.
B, you didn't watch Knight Rider? Oh yeah, I love the Rock.
Oh yeah, James Rockford.
Yeah.
What was that?
Simon and
That
Simon.
guy,
That was
Angel?
James Gardner and who's the guy that played Angel? Dang.
I think Angel's one that made
Stuart
that show.
Margolis was Angel,
Okay.
and I believe his secretary was Sharon Glass, who played on Cagney and Lacey. I think.
Oh yeah,
Could be
Heart to
wrong.
Heart. That was another.
That was
one.
good.
Yeah. And then that that thing came out about his wife. The
Yeah,
one that
Natalie.
fell out the boat or whatever.
Yeah, there was some
Yeah.
nefarious things going on there. We'll never know
That
about.
killed his career.
No, he was on NCIS.
Magnum was good too.
Oh yeah, Magnum was good. And yet, he's the reason I started watching Blue Bloods, and I liked Blue Bloods,
Yeah, that's a good show.
and They actually canceled it. Number one show on CBS for ratings and everything.
Tell them.
Every year, and they're canceling it this year. And talks are because there's too much religion in the show.
Yeah.
Well, they say the blessing at the end of the show when they're eating, and I guess that's not.
Yeah. Well,
It's the best part of it.
Well, they a lot of Catholics used to get very upset about the show because they always drank.
No,
because they always drank.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
What Catholics drink?
I know. That's why I said.
Wait a
Really?
minute.
I'm not saying anything against Catholics or anything, but I was like, there's so much more to complain about besides, you should be happy that they're actually praising religion on TV or family values for one.
Well, see, that was the problem.
Every Sunday, no matter what, they got together and had dinner and they said grace and but now the talk is it's too much religion. How
I would prefer to say
how do you have too much?
They say that about everything in life now. Too much religion. That's the problem.
The only thing I could say would be too much is somebody's forcing you to. You gotta, that thing because forcing somebody ain't going to go nowhere.
Chris Pratt, you really did go back in time, didn't you?
What's
the
that?
courtship of Eddie's father.
Oh, Mr. Eddie's father. That was a good one.
That was also about as far back as The Flying Nun.
Sister Patrol.
Oh, well, My Three Sons. I used to like that one.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, that was reruns for me, though. I remember the reruns of that. There was a couple other good ones. Oh, the Partridge Family and
Adam 12.
Monsters and.
No, I loved Monsters.
You know what I thought was good was Simon and Simon.
Oh yeah, that was
driving that Dodge Power Ranger truck.
Yeah,
yeah.
And he's still acting too. The older guy.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Which I don't.
Gerald McRaney.
Yeah.
And NCIS LA.
Petticoat Junction.
I don't like his character with that because
Petticoat Junction.
Oh yeah, Petticoat Junction. Yeah.
Hogan's Hero. We watched it.
Green Acres is the place to be.
Chris, are you watching me, Chris? What's going on?
Hogan's Heroes. Yep.
I know nothing.
Stories of the main guy.
Oh yeah, he was a party animal. He was murdered,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was into some fishy stuff.
What was the name of that other program with them two detectives?
Did you hear about the lady that deleted Salinas? The Mexican singer?
What about her?
She's due for parole. And who was it?
It was a secretary.
No, I know who it was, but she when she comes out, or if she gets released on parole, she wants to work for somebody. It may be
J-Lo.
No.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Taylor Swift.
Of course.
Or it's somebody like that. I can't remember who it was, but it's another female singer.
Hey, I'm all for that.
I didn't think she was still around.
ER. What was the name? What was the name of that show that come on with ER and Adam 12? They were two detectives. back in Los Angeles.
Dragnet.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yep, that was it.
Which version?
The original.
Did you or that was a movie though, wasn't it? Yeah.
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 Come on, y'all ain't gonna mention Walker Texas Ranger? Nobody.
That was all right.
His movies were better than the show.
I used to love that show as a kid.
Yeah, I lost a lot of respect for Chuck Norris after he pretty much badmouthed Bruce Lee and stuff, and without Bruce Lee, he would be a nobody. There would be no Chuck Norris jokes.
I thought Chad Everett was the doctor in the hospital in the ER, but it wasn't called ER. It was the two guys that rode the ambulance, Randolph Mantooth, and I forget the name of the other guy.
Oh,
Emergency.
Yeah,
I think that's where Chad Everett. I don't think he was in the show ER, because ER was a lot later than that.
Yeah,
I mean newer. That is.
And you know, Charlie's Angels only ran for 2 seasons.
Medical center. That could have been.
Oh, you tell.
Oh, that's.
I watched like every episode of that show because it came on real late at night, where it would play from like 1 o'clock to 6. I was up watching every episode, and I was like so tickled when I seen it in color, because I only thought it came in black and white, and then one episode in color. I was like, what?
He got me with him shooting them guns while they're going across the desert and hitting what they was aiming at.
No, you're thinking of Rat Patrol. It was the desert.
Yeah. Very little that combat was in.
Combat was more Northern Europe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's Rat Patrol. It wouldn't come. I don't think I ever seen an episode of Combat. I may have.
Really?
They were all good, Jeff.
And it's
all
the main actor is the one that died in Twilight Zone.
Well, now you got
the helicopter blade decapitated him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always liked him as the actor and everything.
Ooh.
But you got to remember this, okay? When Combat come on, I was still a little youngin', so Mom and Daddy made me go to bed.
Well, I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched the reruns. And like I said, it was on late at night on a UHF channel or something.
Yeah.
Remember those old cable boxes when cable first came out? You'd have to
push button
at night. You'd have to like twist that little knob at the top.
Oh,
and you could get a station in that you weren't paying for.
Yeah, and that's the same way with the buttons. If you
barely
push the button,
barely push it. We take toothpicks and just jam a button, just a hair.
Matchbooks.
Right.
Well, you know the old satellite dishes, the first ones that come out. If you would turn the antenna and put it between the stations, you could get like HBO Cinemax that you was paying for.
Yeah.
And
I had a guy that would put in the codes, and every time they change, he'd come over and do.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
you didn't care for Fantasy Island?
Huh?
B didn't care for Fantasy Island. You didn't like Ricardo Montalban and Tattoo?
It was okay.
I thought she had
it wasn't really good.
I thought Big Charmin had a thing for Tattoo.
That little short guy that always yelled the plane.
Yeah, Hervé Chavez or whatever his name is. The plane. Look at her. No.
Oh, I got. Oh no, this is a bad. Good thing 101's not in here, because all I could think of is 101 saying, the boards.
Yeah.
I can't unsee it.
That's gonna stick in your mind now forever.
The seed's been planted.
Oh Lord. Hey, Bush is gonna make a thumbnail.
I bet you I could get it. Oh. Oh, that channel's gone now. I was thinking because he showed
That's
us
it.
that video of him out front of his house.
You can't.
I could just see it and raise his hand up. The boards. Oh yeah, Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
MacGyver. Oh, I love.
Mhm.
The new one was good for the first season and a half, and then
Now,
Who
wait a
was the
minute,
guy
MacGyver
that flew
was
the
pretty good.
copter in the mountaintop? What show are you talking about, B?
who's the guy that flew the copter in? Oh, that's Airwolf.
Oh, that's Jan Michael Vincent.
Yeah, Jen Michael Vincent.
Now, wait a minute, hold it, Chris. I loved Hee Haw.
Hee Haw.
Yeah.
That was with Roy Clark and Minnie Pearl and
Buck
all
Owens.
the gang, right?
When I was
Yeah.
a kid,
Yeah.
I still don't like anything that's if
Jag was good.
if it's a concert or something, I can get into the music. If it's a show, I'm done. I don't like it, or the movies. I used to hate when my dad used to watch a movie that they would sing. I'm like, people don't do that. I can't get into
Yeah,
singing movies and shows.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, now Jag
I
was
can
good.
listen to the music, on a radio or watch it in a concert, but not on a TV show. Yeah, there's MacGyver and Moonlighting.
That was good.
I've seen a few of those.
No, y'all
What was
remember
it?
Matlock?
Like,
That's a good one.
Oh yeah,
I used to love watching Matlock.
Ironstide.
That was
Yeah.
Sheriff Taylor turned lawyer,
The older one, Perry Mason.
right?
Harry Mason, yeah.
I used to love those ones. That was in black and white too.
Christy, every time.
The shame of it is though, right now, if you want to go watch those, they charge you for them. It's hard to actually watch some of that older stuff.
I'll be back in a minute or two.
Because I'll put it on. I'll think, oh, I haven't seen that in a long time. And I'll put it in Roku, and it'll come up and it says $1.99 an episode, and I'm like, oh, I'm not watching that.
Oh, that's right. I just remembered how it was.
Someone in chat said earlier that I don't know if it was those kind of shows. They were good because people weren't worried about upsetting somebody.
Yeah.
Did you cross the proverbial line? Is it like this? That nothing's fun anymore. It's all.
Look at Archie
Yeah,
Bunker. It's not like that everybody that watched it was a racist. It was funny, and then you didn't care about it anymore.
Right.
It was done. And
well, the Jeffersons spun off of that, and Norman Lear, he was breaking the boundaries left and right with all his TV shows. So you can't do that today.
I like the Jeffersons too.
Yeah, absolutely.
When Archie Bunker and him got into it, it was it was hilarious, and I didn't think of it as because it was a black guy and a white guy going at it. It was two people going at it. That's all it was, and it was funny.
They even had a liberal meathead in there too.
And he went to being the sheriff in Sparta in the heat of the night.
Carl O'Connor. That's right.
Yeah.
I still love the heat of the night. I've probably seen every episode of it.
I've watched a few of them. The later ones I didn't like as much as the newer ones.
Yeah.
Who remembers Street Hawk?
Eh,
I don't remember that one.
that's
Yeah,
kind of scary.
T.J. Hooker.
Oh yeah, James Tiberius Kirk in a cop car. It was him, Adrian Zmed, and Heather Locklear.
Yeah, and Married with Children.
Yep, the Bundys.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine Married with Children now?
It wouldn't get broadcast.
No, I mean the first season, you would see, at New York City, everybody would be up there with their picket signs.
All right.
Now he's on that.
and whatnot.
Forget that other show he was on. I never watched it, but what was the name of that show he was on recently? He was like the dad of the show.
Oh, it's like three couples, right?
Yeah, it's like a couple families. Yeah.
You talking about Married with Children father?
Yeah, the guy, the father from Married with Children. Yeah, he's like the dad in this one.
And the Chi-Chi woman.
Yeah, Sofia Vergara. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if she's the Chi-Chi woman, but she seems like a Chi-Chi woman.
Yeah, that was my impression of her. Yeah. Man,
There you
remember
go.
that show.
Kolchak the Night Stalker. That was one of my favorites.
Yep.
I got that whole series on tape.
Here you go. The Greatest American Hero.
Oh God, Richard Katz.
Yeah, that 70 show was a good one.
Yeah. X-Files with
Telly
Scully. There you go.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Kojak.
Yeah, and the dude with the white parrot. Well, I don't think it was a parrot, but
Beretta.
Yeah. Well,
it was a cockatiel, wasn't it?
Yeah. Didn't something happen with him?
Yeah, he killed his wife and got away with it.
Oh, yeah.
At least that's what they say.
Oh yeah, X-Files. Ooh yeah. I still when I find it for free on TV, I'll start at the very beginning and work my way through and actually do the movies in line too. Yeah, there's Lonesome Dove. Only one season. I still, that should have been. Anybody remember Border Town? This is ranked for one of the top shows in the 80s. It's it looks like a Western type show. Oh yeah, well, welcome back, Carter.
Yep, that was good.
Oh, the V series, the original. Oh,
right.
That was good. The other one,
I think they remade it.
Just because I had kind of a crush on the girl from Firefly. Oh, there's Cheers, Baywatch.
Baywatch, yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of Baywatch. Just,
there's V.
Yeah, the movie.
The Heat of the Night, Night Court, Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, I remember watching that one.
And one of the biggest shows of
Julia Lansbury.
Angela.
The late
Angela.
80s.
How did I say Julia?
That was Aunt Jess. What did you say, Cops?
Yeah, one of the biggest of the 80s, and it aired at the end of the 80s.
I've watched a lot of Cops. I ain't gonna lie, I used to enjoy it. They came and filmed some episodes here in my area some years back, but it was just regular stuff.
One thing about
One
Murder,
day.
She Wrote, whenever there was a murder, that Angela or Aunt Jess, she'd always show up or she'd be there when it happened.
Yeah,
And I always got this like, maybe she's doing the killing,
well, at least like with Monk,
Right.
He worked for he volunteered to solve their murders and stuff. Again, there was parts where there's shows that every week they happen to be where somebody died,
Right.
and they'd have to solve it or whatnot. It was
There's a groundbreaker right there, Harvest Mary. Yeah, that was like back then controversial.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Really? Wasn't Billy Crystal in that?
Yeah, he was gay.
Yeah.
Or he played a gay
It was
man.
a show.
Yeah.
A show.
Yep. So it was a series.
Benson was off of that, wasn't it? Because I think Benson was the chauffeur or the butler or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, that sounds right. I see Star Trek up there too. That was good.
And I watched Benson too. So, you sit there and think of some of them shows. Oh boy, you couldn't play them now.
No.
Well, look at the Dukes of Hazzards. It's been blackballed. Everything, and it's real hard to find the episodes for it. Any of them.
The networks don't play them.
Yeah,
they don't want to be canceled
just because of a flag on a car, and it had nothing to do with any of that stuff in the show. Coach, I've watched a few episodes of that late night.
Oh yeah, I remember Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who was it? Dick Van Dyke's brother who played in it, Jerry Van Dyke.
Mm-hmm.
Head of the Class. I didn't watch that. Quantum Leap. I've watched that quite a bit.
Yeah. I used to watch that at my grandma's on the weekend. So, man.
Well, Three's a Crowd and Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son, yeah.
What's up? No. No.
Do you know Fred Sanford and that woman in real life were the best of friends?
Oh yeah, Esther.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fred Sanford, you're a heathen.
Red Fox.
They grew up together, and
he was
her
awesome.
mouth was about as bad as his.
Yeah. Oh no! If you ever saw a nightclub show of his, filthy.
Here's
I know.
Yeah.
One. And this is off of
the
Flow.
Flow.
That was a spinoff of
Flow.
What was the spinoff? Well, Flow was a spinoff from the Diner, Mel's Diner.
Yeah, Mel's Diner. That was the name of it.
Okay.
And that's in Phoenix. I don't know if it's still there, but I've been there many times.
I never
There's
saw
still a restaurant, but it's not named the same thing or anything. But
Christy.
You can go in there and it's the same layout. Well, it used to be. I don't know now. Taxi, that was a good one. I never watched Punky Brewster.
Me either.
WRP in Cincinnati. I've watched that one.
That was Taxi. That was Louis the shrimp that ran the cab company.
Yeah. One that played in Twins with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, shrimp we call
them. There's another one. The Cosby Show. I'm surprised that they actually allowed that to be on here.
Well, all that took place after the Cosby Show went off.
Well, not really, but because it dates back to when when they did that show in like the 60s. The stuff he did back then.
Yeah, but none of it never really came out until after the Cosby Show ended.
Oh yeah. I think that's
Don't you know there's always room for the jello?
Doogie Howser. I never watched that.
That was decent, but I just can't get over what a 13-year-old boy being a real doctor.
Oh,
And
yeah, that was the doctor show.
This is based off of a true.
Oh, The Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's a soap opera.
I didn't watch that either. Oh, was it?
It's still going. Yeah, it's still going to this day. They can't kill Victor. I think he's still living, man.
No, Victor is on Days of Our Lives. I know that.
Victor.
And I think
he's on one of them.
I think he finally did die because
don't forget about John. He was a rotter too.
He died in real life. So
my grandma used to love watching those shows.
Now there's and this is like 10, probably 15 years ago that I watched it. Actually 20.
The Young and the Restless, that's what it was called.
No, Victor was on Days of Our Lives.
Oh, there's one. Gomer Pyle.
Oh, yeah.
Gomer Pyle, yeah.
And you can't forget the one from North Carolina, Mayberry.
Oh, yeah. Ain't B.
Andy Griffin show.
Andy, Opie.
Yeah.
I never did watch Sex in the City that often.
No.
But I do know two of the girls on there could not stand one another.
Well, that's probably about any show that had 4 or 5 girls as leads.
Well,
I think they even made a movie about it.
Oh, there's Alf.
Alf, yeah. I've seen a few episodes.
Alien life form.
Wise Guy.
Yeah.
Wise Guy, huh?
There's Cagney.
Get about.
Oh,
Get him out of here.
Who?
Remington Steele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Who just said that? Southern Lady.
Oh, there's
Les Ness and the Flying Turkeys. Do you remember when they did that?
I thought it was always called TJ Hunter, but it's just Hunter.
Yeah.
The one I remember with the turkeys was WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They went up and it was a turkey giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
And they thought the turkeys were going to fly, but they were domesticated turkeys. So they're tossing them out of the helicopter. And they're in the ground.
Yeah, he got a lot of trouble.
I'll tell you one I liked as a kid, but I don't think it got a lot of hype. I just watched it because it was the only thing on, but I did enjoy it. It was called Early Edition, where the guy got the cat that showed up at his door, and every day he would get tomorrow's newspaper today.
Oh,
yeah.
And he had to go out and save a life or, right or wrong.
I forgot about that.
That was pretty cool. Yep. The cat showed up and he started getting early papers.
Now, here's a good show that was in late 80s again. Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, yeah. I used to love watching those old episodes.
Yeah. Who watched Kit? I think everybody up in here watched Kit.
Can't think of that guy's name who used to host it. It's like he had the perfect voice for that job.
Yeah.
What didn't Shatner do it? William Shatner?
No, he done. I don't know. It may have been.
I gotta look it up.
I don't think it was.
Overview.
Yeah, you right, Jennifer.
Give me his name. John Cosgrove. Oh, that's producer.
In Search of.
That might be him.
Oh,
now.
Robert Stack. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's it. Once you said his name,
Mr. Stack.
Yeah. He was good in Airplane.
oh yeah,
I watched that movie, I bet you 100 times and still can't remember a scene from it.
From Airplane?
oh
Yeah.
how that's like the other dude, the spinoff from Airplane, where he was a cop.
Come on, people, hit that like button.
And
That helps its rating.
OJ was on there sometimes.
Oh. Naked Gun.
Oh, Naked Gun, the movie.
Yeah.
The movies.
Yeah,
Leslie Nelson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting in some good shows. This is 70s. The Waltons,
Right.
Little
Yeah.
House on the Prairie,
Yeah.
Three's Company,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Laverne and Shirley,
Okay.
MASH,
Definitely.
Happy Days.
Definitely. I watched every one of them.
Yeah. I like Happy Days.
All in the Family.
Sea Hunt. I forgot about that one.
Jeff's favorite show, The Muppet Show.
Hey.
I
I'll be
thought
the
this-
first one.
I
I
thought
like
this
the
was romper
two old
room.
men. The two old men sitting in the balcony. That's me now.
Always liked the monster guy. Oh, Chips.
Chips.
I
Yeah.
watched so many reruns of the Chips. Oh,
I
$6
did
Million
too.
Man.
Starsky and Hutch.
The Partridge Family, Mork and Mindy, Dukes of Hazzard, Eight is Enough,
Flipper. Boy, Chat's kicking some butt tonight.
Rockwell Files,
Grizzly Adams.
The Love Boat.
They should have loved on off the edge, though.
Oh,
It's got to be
The
something I haven't
Incredible
thought of.
Hulk,
Yep.
Yeah.
Bill
the
Bixby.
Land of the Lost.
That dude's still big.
The Slee
I like
Stab.
Yeah.
That's they got the royal family to act in that one.
The Odd Couple.
You said what I was thinking.
Right?
What is that? The Facts of Life.
Wonder Woman.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Well,
Linda
that's right.
Carter.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all remember Wonder Woman, they
Barney
had
Miller.
Boom, boom,
Marty
boom,
Miller.
boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Starchy and Huts.
Wonder Woman had a lot of wardrobe malfunction in that one.
Chico and the Man.
That was good.
I
That
remember
was
a couple
Freddie
of
Prinze.
episodes. Yeah.
Oh, the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew Mysteries.
Hawaii Five-O was good.
Hello.
And
Ohio.
Bionic Woman.
Yep, Lindsay Wagner.
Yeah.
They had a Sasquatch in there where he fought the Sasquatch, remember? Lee Majors fought him.
Yeah.
Who played Sasquatch?
There's Emergency. You were talking about it earlier. One Day at a Time. Oh, The Streets of San Francisco.
That was good.
Yeah.
Trolley
Oh,
car.
Kung Fu,
Car 54, where are you?
which was
Wait a
robbed
minute.
off of Bruce Lee.
Kung Fu didn't come out in the 80s, did it? No.
No, this is 70s.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Barnaby Jones.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Carl Douglas sung that song.
Mary Tyler Moore Show.
That was my.
I didn't never
favorite.
really watch that.
I had no choice.
Nova, I watched that. That was the space thing.
No. Oh, okay. On Channel
Talked about
4.
the space and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's 2020. Oh, what was that show that it would always come on about the animals and stuff?
The animals. Animal Planet.
Wild Kingdom?
Yeah,
Mutual of
Yeah.
Omaha's Wild Kingdom?
yeah, that was it.
Marlon Perkins.
That's right.
That was brought up in show.
Well, there's Space, 1999, only 2 seasons.
Night Court.
My
I
dad's
like
watching it right now, The Rifleman. That's a good show.
Eight
In the 2000s, that's all they could handle.
Rawhide. Damn,
Yeah.
that's back in the 50s, wasn't it?
No, I don't
Right.
think so. Clint Eastwood played Rowdy Yates in that. I think
Yeah.
I don't know if that was his first series or not. I'm not sure.
Yes, it was.
Hmm.
That was his first TV appearance.
Oh,
Was in
Here you
Rawhide.
go.
Wagon
Schoolhouse Rock.
Train.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seen the reruns as a kid. Told you some pretty interesting stuff now that I think about it.
Grace is.
Oh,
it's a name.
Grace was in the room.
I haven't seen Dana B. And
I ain't neither.
Yeah, she was in chat this morning.
Which one? Grace or
Maybe.
Dana? Okay.
Well, they both were. Facts Alive. There's Soap.
Mr.
Yeah,
Rogers.
Benson was the butler or whatever they call him nowadays.
Yeah, I remember
Good,
Mr.
good.
Rogers.
Now, Lucy is my wife's favorite program.
And I love this one here. How the West Was Won.
Yeah.
yeah, that was good.
Yep. Only 3 seasons of that too.
Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Now they
Battlestar
got about
Galactica.
as many Mission Impossible movies as episodes.
Damn near.
Far Out Space Nuts.
Wild Wild West.
Oh, okay. So Dana's changed her name to Dee Dee.
Really?
I did
Yeah,
not.
yeah. She had to
Well,
get a new phone and set it up and stuff.
Huh. Okay.
So if you see that
007.
name, that's her.
High Chaparral. It's
Community.
good.
I didn't like. Well, no.
Cheyenne.
What was the name of that woman that played in High Chaparral?
And you can't go. Oh, Quincy is another one.
Oh yeah.
You can't go wrong with Scooby Doo, the original, not this new ones.
And not Scrappy, but Scooby.
That was a game show. Oh, we can do game shows too. Tattletales,
Yep.
Card Sharks,
Yep.
Celebrity Bowling.
Don't
Oh,
remember
Alex
that.
Trebek, Double Dare. Oh man,
That's
he's
an oldie.
done-
You know, last Friday was they already taped it, but the last airing of Pat Sajak,
Yeah, I saw that.
Wheel of Fortune.
really?
Last Friday was his last episode.
Was it?
Password Plus is another game show.
Excuse me.
James Arnest.
Family Feud with the guy that kissed everybody.
Gunsmoke.
Yeah, he gets you right in
He
the
was
mouth.
one that played in, yeah, he played in
Oh.
Holy Heroes.
Yeah.
That guy was a character, I bet you. Man.
$10,000 pyramid.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather watch those old episodes of game shows than most of them now.
I like the was it Honeymoon?
Honeymooners.
Newlyweds.
They
Yeah.
write the answers down. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was
That
so
was
funny.
funny.
Now, you
Oh,
cannot forget Family Feud.
I just said Family
Yeah.
Feud.
Oh, I did not hear you.
The guy that got the with the
Richard
guy
Dawson?
that kissed everybody.
No, not Richard Dawson. The last one. Black man. What was his name?
Oh, this is that was 70s game shows.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're thinking of Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey. Hollywood Squires.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Honeymooners.
Oh, I love the Honeymooners.
Richard Dawson.
To the moon, Alice.
Yeah, that was his name.
Bam, pow.
Love Connection. Be back in 2 and 2.
Chuck Woolery.
Yep. He's the one that come out with Disco Duck.
Let's go.
I thought that was Rick Dees.
Yeah, it was. just as soon as you said his name, I was fixing to.
Oh boy. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
There's probably been one on all of them shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you remember
Uh-uh.
oh, the one they never did catch, Zodiac. Well, they supposedly never caught.
Yeah.
They're still that's the crime people that really get into the crime.
I thought they did catch him.
No, they never caught.
Okay.
I think they caught the BTK guy after all them years.
They said that
BTK.
he either died or he was in prison already, or they never did identify him. It's one of those mystery ones. He'd be long gone now, but
Oh yeah.
You out of here late. I just fixing to say hello to you. I just saw your name. I hate to say that.
But even a lot of them guys when they interview their neighbors or something, they say, "Well, I never knew. You seemed like a pretty quiet person, you know.
yeah."
Well,
Didn't know he was eating people."
Okay, Christy Baum, the Three Stooges of Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah. Used to watch that early in the morning when you
who was the guy that jumped out of the plane with all the money? That's
over Washington or Oregon.
Somewhere along in there.
Yeah, they never found him either, did they?
Dang, if you wouldn't ask me, I could have told you.
Well, they've been finding a little bit of the money here and there throughout the years.
There you go.
Cooper.
Yeah.
But they haven't found all of it. So with them still finding parts of the money, I agree with what Bushcraft did. He ain't with us no more.
Well, yeah, that was if he was.
I remember when that happened.
30s and 40s, it very doubtful he's.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, you never know.
Well, compared to how old he was when it happened to now, if he's still kicking, he got to be one of the oldest guys in the world.
Yeah, well, that's like the Alcatraz thing.
Yeah.
There was a show not too long ago, well, probably 10 years ago, where they said they found out who it was, but he had already passed. And it was he had papers saying one thing, and the local, the main law said no, it couldn't be him and this and that, but the investigation kind of showed that it could have been.
It was just the anniversary the other day of that.
Was it?
Yeah, the Alcatraz. It was two brothers and a third accomplice that escaped from Alcatraz, and they're the only three supposedly that's ever done it. And eventually the FBI turned it into a cold case.
Yeah, and they think pretty much the two brothers didn't make it, but that third guy is the one. I think it was like in Arizona he lived or something.
Well, now Chris Pratt says Rodney
Oh, yeah.
was
So that DB Cooper thing you were talking about, after that incident, all the airlines, they modified their DC-9s and 727s that had that stairway that would open up to where you couldn't do it in flight, because that's how he jumped. He lowered that stairway.
Wow.
I saw that one too, Jerry Lee. Live on TV. Sitting at the landlord's house because mom and daddy played rook. That's an old game. I love that game, rook.
Oh, by the way, Jeff,
I didn't know it.
Thunderhead 289
289.
has got a new video out.
Yeah, I caught part of it. Today I believe it was, but we had to do some running, and I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, he's doing like hour-long ones now.
I think this one something like 2 hours, just a tad bit over 2 hours.
Hour and 12 minutes.
Who was it that's got one out that's 2 hours?
I don't know.
I watch the ones I watch is like you said, Thunderhead 289. Oh God, come on! I can't even think of them.
True Grit.
No, I'm talking about car shows.
Oh,
I can see their faces.
that's about the only show I watch. You've told me this before. That family.
Yeah, I was just fixing to bring it up. He does the whole family helps rebuild the cars and everything. I bet Monkey's uncle.
No, that's not the show.
It used to be a show.
I was talking about all the buffalo thing going on and whatnot. Now there's a bunch of Indian stuff popping up in my feeds.
Really?
Yeah.
It is pretty interesting about the white buffalo.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood come up with a movie that had a white buffalo in it. No, not Clint.
No, that was Charles Bronson.
Yeah, Charles Bronson.
Huh.
That's going to aggravate me now. I know how to take care of it, too. You know, always go back to it. Pole Barn Garage is one of them. Vice Grip Garage, and ain't neither one of them the ones I'm thinking about. Dixon.
Yeah, there's crypto is having issues right now because of I do believe there's court ruling or something going on. Plus, and Biden's asking for crypto for his campaign, and everybody's like, hell no, because every time he's ruling against everything crypto to keep it out of the United States and whatnot. And
It ain't gonna happen. It's already here.
No, there's laws and stuff that's prohibiting a lot of it Mainly, like if you cash it out, you have to pay taxes on it and a bunch of other stuff. But right now, it's crypto is going down again. It was over 71,000 for one Bitcoin.
No digs, I know.
Junkyard Digs is another one.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep naming them off till I got one more to go. And that's the one I'm trying to think of with the family.
Do you?
Oh, Daryl and McCool. That's another one.
On tip of my tongue.
Yeah, mine too. No, it ain't Gretchen Wilson.
Julia Child.
If you're talking about making a pie,
Junkyard Digs.
No, I done brought him up.
Oh,
man.
this just popped up. House of Representatives passed bill for automatic military draft registration of young men between 18 and 26. I thought that was already a
Super
law, wasn't
Dude
it?
88.
Yes, if
Once you turn 18, you had to register.
No.
You said
Yeah, but
88?
now they don't have to wait
Yeah.
for you to come down and do it. Now they're going to register you themselves.
Oh,
It may be Super Dude 88.
because
Where you see that at?
Oh, no. That's
It's a
a
web-
car show I'm looking for.
Oh.
That's the one with the whole family doing it and everything.
the kids, the mama,
Yeah.
the daddy.
Bush, I got to let Jack in. I'll be back.
okay.
Only reason as I ask because I've been seeing 88 everywhere today.
Sleeper Dude. That's it.
Sleeper dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the automatic draft registration proposal entitled by the Selected Service System, Social Security, or as part of an annual budget request to Congress. So you're going to automatically, when you turn 18, you're going to be registered. Which, see, that I always thought it was mandatory when you
That's
turn
what
18.
I thought.
Well, for men.
Okay.
When you turn 18, you had to register. All my kids did. I did as soon as I turned 18.
Yes, we mentioned
that was
that.
like right on my birthday. I went down and done it.
Well, now this year, ain't they putting in law that not only guys but females also?
No, it's just men.
Okay, because I did see where they were talking about it.
I think it was more of a dig at women.
Okay. Or he, she?
No, mainly just women because, and Alex Jones is back in the news again.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about what he's in the news for because everybody knows what it is, but.
Well, the judge turned him down. Sonny and Cher, I forgot all about them two.
Oh, yeah.
How about the Mandrell sisters? They had a special on TV at one time.
And the Osmonds.
Yeah.
I still remember the brothers chasing me down the horse stables.
Good thing you didn't slip and fall, huh?
Oh,
You'd been
I was
up
barefooted too.
you'd been up shit creek without a paddle.
I remember there. It must have been. It was a cement wall, and it must have been at least 10 feet tall, 12 feet tall, or something. I don't even know why it was that big of a cement wall either. But I did this. I ran straight at it and ran up the wall and grabbed the hold of the top, and I was over. And they stay away from here.
Well, that's what brothers were supposed to do. But
Yeah.
in this case, it was what, like 5 of them?
I don't know. I think it was only 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
At that time, and she was older than me anyway, so it was her fault.
We got Soul Train plus American Bandstand. Oh, Solid Gold Dancers. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I watched more Solid Gold Dancer than I did American Bandstand.
Oh wow, I didn't know this. I have to check this out. See if I can find the video. Okay, I'm on mute. Make sure it's.
Boy, that was quick. What? You still here?
Yeah. Thought we was
Oh,
playing
okay.
a quiet game.
You lost. Yeah, you remember your mom and daddy saying, let's play a game called the quiet game. First one that talks loose. I think my record was something like 2.6 seconds.
Ain't bad.
No,
Not quite 3, but you know,
yeah.
settle for the bronze.
Hit parade. Why have I heard that? It might be a long song. Oh, ER went to let his dog in or out. I think we're playing a quiet game right now, B.
I'll go ahead and play this because I didn't see anything in it. Too bad.
Okay. Casey.
Speaking as a member of the press, my name is John Press. I actually live in Charlottesville.
Oh, do you really?
Yes. And I'm wondering why. So you made a statement the other day about the student protesters on college campuses,
Yes.
in which you basically remarked that they were anti-Semitic protests. And I'm wondering if you still stand by that statement, and also why you just signed a bill giving $26 billion more to Israel in the midst of what is plausibly considered a genocide by the ICJ.
The answer is twofold. Number one, Israel's security from the region is essential. It's essential. That's fundamentally different than how Israel acts in Gaza. I've been, as you probably know, putting extreme pressure on the Israelis to back off and open up humanitarian access. Open up humanitarian access.
Yeah.
in Gaza. And I think we're getting close.
You basically proposed your own Gaza flotilla. You were gonna.
Beyond that, yeah. And I'm pushing hard. And if they're not going to volunteer to do it, we're going to impose it.
But can't you use the
show you
power?
a picture of you
With my father.
with my husband's
I'm
father,
Bill Bader's
Bill
son.
Bader.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, I'm sorry.
It's not good flex, man.
Thank you. Thanks.
Whoa, are you serious?
Yeah, Bill Bader.
That's you.
Oh, I know me.
Yeah.
This was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You.
Thanks.
He really loved you.
Thank you.
As do we. Thank you so much. sir.
We read your letter to us, and it's excuse me. It's eulogy, and I just have to tell you how it's meant to my family. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, sir, but we have your.
My dad used to say, family's the beginning, the middle, and the end.
Yes, sir.
And I know you're a typical press guy. You're grabbing me in front of this all this. And I trust you as far as I throw your phone. I have a good arm, man.
I'm sure you
I
can.
can throw it a long way. But my point is this.
Yes.
I have made very clear to the Israelis what they have to do in the near term. If they don't, what's going to happen?
What's gonna happen? Is the U.S. gonna cut off funding?
I came because usually you tell me I have a nice suit and you didn't comment on my suit today, so I feel a little offended.
No.
Thank you. Can you sit back in, sir, please? Thank you.
Now, hold on. Let me get this straight. Aren't we supposed to be standing with Israel?
Yeah, they're our allies.
That's what I was thinking. What the hell gives him the right to talk shit like that about them? Other than he's president. He can be.
No. That was the reporter that was saying bad stuff about Israel. Biden just gave him money, and now he's saying that if they don't listen to him, bad stuff's going to happen. But the part with when that person came up, they showed him a picture, and he said, "I know that guy." It was him. They showed him a picture of himself. He said, "I know that guy, and I know Bob." Duh, you should know yourself.
Well,
then he was talking about, you're the press guy. I can trust you as much as I can throw your phone.
yeah.
I have a good arm. But you notice there, when he starts talking to the press and whatnot, you see everybody swarm in.
Yeah. I
You
saw
see
that.
all those guys in the background, and you can see them paying attention to every little word, and they're like ready to jump in. One guy's trying to take the mic, so it's not an open mic, and yeah.
I did see that. He turned around and told the guy, "Don't mess with my mic." I mean, this is me. What gives him the right to tell another country what they can and can't do?
It's called corruption, Jeff.
It's money.
The world's full of it. Corrupt
Yeah.
to the core.
Well, now I will agree with that 110%. But I know somebody needs to slap the crap out of that potato.
I think there was a date, but I think Biden said he was busy that day or something.
Already backing out, right?
Yeah, because there was supposed to be 2 days that they were going to debate, and the first one he said he was busy, and I don't know about the second one.
Now, wasn't there a stipulation in one, maybe both, that there would be nobody there but them?
I have no idea.
I think it is. Well, what's the point of having a debate if nobody's going to be there?
Well, there's reasons behind it, and it's not that. And I think it's the person, the one that asks the questions.
Right.
Is it? There's been a lot of them that's been one-sided. If you remember a lot of them, but Trump always does good in them, though.
Well, see, that's what I was fixing to say. Trump and Biden having a debate, you know darn good and well Trump's going to mop the floor up with him.
Yeah, all you got to do is get him excited, and
Exactly.
It'll go to commercial.
And I hope Biden is wearing diapers that day. Because
It'll be a real shit show.
right off the bat.
Yep.
Because you know darn good and well. I mean, Trump has been wanting to debate him for a good while. He's got a chance. He's gonna come off strong because he knows they're gonna shut him down. God, I wish I could get a live feed from that. I would love that.
They canceled everything. They canceled the debates. They canceled the Tyson fight. They even banned Joey Chestnut from eating the hot dogs. What's going on, man?
Oh yeah.
Seen that?
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that one. What's this
No,
about
no.
the hot dogs?
Well, Joey signed a big contract with a hot dog company that's not real hot dogs. They're, those freaking dogs. And the contest is sponsored by Nathan's, so there's a big conflict of interest. So he can't. He wasn't thinking when he signed on the dotted line.
Hello, Bubba News.
Bubba.
Hey, Bo.
They do that every 4th of July.
So, yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Now, I got to admit, Nathan's is some pretty good hot dogs. And they also got a pretty good price on them.
Yeah.
I don't. I think the only way to get a good hot dog nowadays is make it yourself.
Exactly.
You can't trust any companies anymore because they've been all bought up by
overseas
other companies.
Well, just give me the 89-cent pack hot dogs. They as good, if not better, as the $4 ones.
That's 60% chicken lips.
I saw an article on how we get our scraps to make hamburgers and hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're taking meat scraps importing it in from other third world countries. And we're putting it all in a ball and grinding it away. And I'm like, really? That's just
if you've seen how Walmart does their, and it's really hard to find because they keep getting them taken down, but how they do just look at the ground beef. It's and that's the problem. That's why people get sick so much, is because it's all the cows, all parts from all different cows, and
from all over the world though.
And if one cow has some disease of some sort, or salmonella or listeria or whatever, and it's put in that batch, it spreads to every part of that ground beef. That's where them tubes, you can't see in the tubes and that's the main reason.
Yeah.
A lot of times, there'll be like just parts of fat that's in the middle of those tubes.
I don't trust
There's
the food.
you know, poop and whatever.
Is Lake Ferris still in the chat?
No.
I don't
Ah,
know.
Lake went to bed.
because there was an ad that come out today that the bearded dragons are now saying are carrying salmonella. How in the world can never mind.
Melissa's got one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
My daughter's got one.
I worked at one of the places in the fair one time, which was weird because I usually work the concessions, but I would actually yell people to come over, and I invented a new corn dog. We had because usually if you have leftovers, you just heat them up the next day and sell them like you just cooked them up. But I had the idea. I said, well, just dip them in there and make a bigger corn dog, and you can sell it for $1 more. And we did a like 10 of them up, and they just flew out like hotcakes. And all it was is double breaded corn dog.
Well, there used to be baseball games. You know, you go to a baseball game, they had the best hot dogs around.
Oh yeah.
You know, but
Well,
like I said, they were expensive.
the best hot dog I ever had was back in the 70s
Mm.
in New York City. I forget what street we were on. And it came out of one of them aluminum carts with that almost boiling water. I think probably been sitting in there for a day and a half. And I'm telling you, you smell all that exhaust and the
Yep.
city lights, and that was a hot dog.
Back then, it was
Back then.
dirty city too.
Yes.
Well, now, Pop, before they become a thing, he used to sell barbecue hot dogs. He would make up his own barbecue sauce, and he'd put about 2 or 3 packs of dogs in the sauce and let them heat up, you know, and soak up. He would sell out of them quicker than he would regular hot dogs.
Yeah. It was one of the. I don't think it was a foot long, but it was the oversized hot dog,
Mm-hmm.
and the big bun and everything, and it was loaded with a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where I ate it, but that was the best hot dog I ever had, other than making them myself.
Well,
Because
that's the funny thing.
Nothing beats
homemade.
roasting a hot dog over fire.
No, that's the way. I split them first before I even put them on the grill.
Or grilling, you know.
Yeah, I still like, you know, getting a stick and scraping the bark off, and then making a point at the end, and sticking it on there, and
Yeah.
setting over the fire, and sitting there with a cold drink, and just slowly cooking that hot dog, and then put on a bun and munch
I
down.
be damn. A miller flew out of my beard. Ain't that something? I sit here and brush that thing half a dozen times a day. Oh well.
I'm nesting tonight.
No, I have not been riding no motorcycles. If we have hot dogs or hamburgers here at the house, all the condiments and everything, the chili, the slaw, you know, maybe a pickle here and there. Everything's homemade.
And I'm hoping so much that I get those 3 heads of cabbage, and I already have plans for them if they get to good size and everything. One I would like to ferment to make sauerkraut.
Yeah.
One coleslaw, and I have to fry one. So
You
There
ain't
you
never
go.
ate fried cabbage.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
that's what I'm growing them for.
Man, you throw some fatback meat in there,
Yeah.
and a little bit of bacon grease. Lord have mercy. And who was it in chat? Vester. I didn't know. I did not know he's down here in the South because he mentioned homemade slaw. You got to have
Oh
slaw on a hot dog or hamburger, or just have a slaw dog.
yeah. I make my own. I can't tolerate nobody else's.
No, I'm the same way.
One of the best things I made, which I did for a hamburger, I didn't think it was going to turn out. Instead of cabbage, I had a bunch of microgreens, and I dressed it up with slaw and put it on a burger. Oh man, that thing was
Bet that
good.
was good.
And I have no idea what I mixed together or anything. I was just mixing stuff together and say, "Oh, that looks good." Put it on a burger, and oh man, that tasted good.
That's normally when you have the best food. Is
Yeah,
when you experimenting with something and don't know what you put in it or how much.
yeah. Now the kids used to love whenever I'd bake the hot dogs in the oven for a little bit. Then I would put them in a bun and put nacho cheese on them and finish
Well,
cooking
whose
them in the
cheese was
oven.
it? Well, whose cheese was it? If it was not your cheese, whose was it?
It was the hot dogs.
Ah, okay. Now, before everything happened, I lost my taste and everything. Me, my son, and my son-in-law.
Corn
It
relish is
was,
good.
yeah, something
Yeah.
like a
Oh
cooking
yeah.
contest once a week to see who could outcook the other one.
Oh yeah, good pickled
Yeah,
slaw on a
Hmm.
pulled
I
pork
gotta have
barbecue sandwich.
chopped pork.
Oh
Gotta have chopped. I can't have pulled pork. I want to try canning me some slaw and see how that turns out. Oh, take your buns and steam them. You know, oh man.
Oh yeah.
best thing I've seen with the buns is you bake um, garlic. And you spread on there with butter and mix it with butter and spread it on there and put it on the grill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, I've been looking at a recipe.
Mm.
My knowledge, I've never had one. It's called a butter burger. Is what it's called.
yeah, they have them up here in Ohio.
Do they?
Yeah, one of the restaurants. Some guy on TikTok goes around in Ohio and all he does is go to burger places,
Okay.
not fast food, regular burger places.
Like a mom and pop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he goes around and says which ones is the best, and he said that there's this one that has the butter ones from that's little sliders,
Okay.
and he went in and got a whole bag, and when he was done, he went back and got more.
Darn. Well, now there's one burger I don't think I would like. They call it a smash burger. Hell, it ain't nothing left of it.
I just had one of those.
I like a good smash burger.
I
Yeah.
want my hamburger to be juicy. When I
Oh,
bite
trust
into
me,
it.
this one was juicy.
Really?
Yeah.
I really had a hard time not getting it all over. Well, I did.
Let's
But
get those little crunchy edges,
the
little crispies, you know.
waitress seen me struggling and went and got me a bunch more napkins.
Got goosebumps.
You're gonna need more napkins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try one. Yeah, like I said, I've only seen them. I don't think I can get into a smash burger. Hell, they thinner than Burger King burgers.
It was a Wagyu
Oh, I bet that was a good one.
double
Mm.
cheese.
I never heard that.
All American.
I love to have a Wagyu burger. That would be good.
Butter burger. Try saying that 5 times fast.
What's that?
Butter burger.
Butter burger. Butter burger, burger, burger. Butter burger, 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 burger.
See?
That's like, y'all ever heard of the franchise What A Burger?
No.
Yeah.
Whataburger?
Oh yeah.
Well, we had one here locally that was spelled the same, but it didn't have the dashes in it for years. And man, they had the best whatever you could think of a burger joint would have, you know, good stuff. But then the big franchise Whataburger found out about it and they got into this whole deal and they had to change their name.
Oh, I bet.
Let me know.
Man, when they were around, they had the best. Man, they had some good stuff.
Chris, I'm gonna say this right here. A lot of these foods that I say I eat, like fried cabbage, boiled cabbage, hamburger, hot dog, truthfully, I ain't supposed to be eating it. I look at it like this: once a month. You know, I've worked like a dog my whole life. I'm gonna eat like a king at least once a month.
Oh, we're sitting there and talking about all this food.
Oh no.
Well, we can talk about some good ice cream.
Oh my homemade. Hey, there you go. That's
I
what we
remember the
have.
last time I had a good ice cream.
Up here, actually, when they had the fair in Coshocton, they milk cows, and you can see it in the big stainless steel things, and straight from there it goes into, and they make ice cream out of it. And
That
sell
was
it
good.
right there, and oh man, it tastes so better than any ice cream you get in the store.
Well, now I don't want to hear nothing negative about what I'm fixing to say, Bushcraft.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Now, Sonic's has got some of the best shakes I think I've tasted in a long time, and you get your money's worth out of it. It's a little on the expensive side, but man, they good. The shakes and the blast. And it ain't
Can you
like
combine the shake and the blast together?
No, I haven't done that, but that may be a good idea. My youngins are coming down tomorrow to throw me a early Father's Day.
Sunday.
Oh, is it Sunday?
Yes.
So therefore, I'm going to get all the ingredients together to make homemade ice cream.
Oh, that's good.
That'll be good.
Where are you getting the milk from?
It damn sure ain't Walmart. I'm going to tell you that now.
Piggly Wiggly. About the best.
Yeah, either the pig or food line. But
Piggly Wiggly's got the best.
the wife says Piggly Wiggly's got the best, so I lost that argument already.
Man, I hadn't seen a Piggly Wiggly in years.
Oh, we got them up here.
We had one in Zanesville, and I don't know if it's still there or not. But yeah, I'm not driving all the way down there just to get a few things.
No, well, I kind of agree with you. If anybody knows of a grocery store chain, okay, that sells milk in a glass jug, please let me know.
Bueller's.
We don't have a Bueller's around here.
I think Kroger's does too. I'm not sure. You have to ask somebody that does.
Don't have a Kroger's either.
It's like $7 and something for.
Dude, it's worth it to me. If it's coming out of a glass, it's worth it.
It's the old milk bottle too.
Yeah. Now, Piggly Wiggly used to sell them. They
Kroger's
quit.
does? Okay. Because Kroger's is kind of close to a Bueller store.
I like Kroger's and Publix.
We're close.
You can Google it. I don't know.
I don't think we have one around here.
Grantsville's got one or not. But you can Google.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny that we complain about the young people and everything that they get everything delivered, and we used to do the same thing, but it was just milk.
Got chocolate milk out of a glass bottle. I'll drink the whole bottle before it comes down. And I don't drink chocolate milk.
Oh man, I remember drinking that. Oh, that was good stuff.
And the candy truck.
But yeah, there was a reason though for milk deliveries. Until refrigerators got more common in the houses and stuff.
We talking refrigerators, or we talking ice boxes?
Well, that's the thing. By the time you couldn't keep milk that long, that's why there was deliveries.
Yeah, not in my house.
After the refrigerator, when the refrigerator was affordable, then everybody stopped getting deliveries because they could buy it at the store for cheaper.
I think, at that time, we had the milkman come by the house, every other day. I mean, we went through some milk. The only thing would have been cheaper probably was to buy the cow.
I was going to say your own cow.
We run out of milk, then we use powder milk. Mama did.
I hate that shit, powdered milk. It's got.
Well, it's better back then than it is today.
Well, everything back then was better than today. I mean, look at the youngins nowadays. They do what they want. Back then, you got backhanded.
Mm-hmm.
Back then you growed up with respect. Homestead Creamery. There is Southern lady. What state are you in? I forgot about them, but I think there is a Homestead Creamery farm not too far from where I live.
Yeah, the Amish place up here has it too, but it's not a chain or anything. It's just Amish.
In order for me, okay.
Only certain times too.
The only problem for me to go to the closest Amish store would be about 2.5 hour drive one way.
You would have the milk drink before you got a couple miles down the road.
If it was
turn around, go back and get another one.
If it was chocolate milk, I'd have it drunk before we got out of the parking lot. Okay, Southern lady. But it's either, I want to say it's either in Chapel Hill or right out of Greensboro, up in Climax.
The other store.
Yeah, that's we'll say Virginia. Yoder's Country Store is the Amish store I'm talking about.
I think that's almost a chain. Yoder's.
No, it's Amish.
Because I think like there's Amish all over the place that have Yoder's store.
Well, Yoder is a common name with the Amish for one thing.
Well, they do. A lot of them do have that brand. There's a brand that they sell in there that I don't think is 100% theirs.
Okay.
And you have to watch out for it. And that's coming from the Amish themselves. But they sell it because they make money for it. And it's only certain Amish will do that too. You know, they have different rules and things for that stuff.
Yeah.
And some of them figure loopholes to get around that stuff, like going to the store. Oh, we can hire somebody to drive us to the store, but we can't drive. There's a lot of little loopholes that they figure out.
But if they got caught, wouldn't they get in trouble, even riding in a vehicle?
No, that's the loophole. They can ride, but they can't actually drive it.
Okay.
And that's some of them. There are some that are strictly old school. They don't go to no stores. They have no electricity. You know, totally Amish.
A true Amish,
Yeah. And then there's some that, you know, kind of veer off and make their own
rules and stuff,
or whatever it's called.
What, did everybody go to sleep up there?
Nope.
Oh no, I'm still here.
Oh, I was going to ask if Eric was back yet.
Yeah, I've been back. I'm just listening to Jeff and his chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk's gone now.
It's gone now.
I'll drink up.
I don't know. There's a big difference in the taste. I mean, we all know it compared to glass and plastic and.
Well, it's still, if they sell it in the store, it's going to be cooked first to kill off anything.
Yeah.
And
Mennonite.
I think that right there kills the taste. Because if you get you milk it yourself and put it in the fridge, and there's that, you got to get that
cream.
the cream off the top, and then the milk. Oh
yeah.
And I haven't tasted that for a long time.
I remember my aunt going to the barn milking the cow, but that's when I was about 2 or 3, maybe 4 at that time.
I remember being over at one of the farms, well, the next door neighbor from my grandpa's, and we were over there helping butcher one of the cows or steers or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Because I remember actually hanging from the cow, trying to pull the hide off. And then my grandpa goes up there and throws it aside. But one of the best things I ever ate was the heart of that cow right there on an open fire grill.
Oh, okay.
They sliced it like that thick, and I don't know if they put anything on it or anything, but I got that big old plate of I thought it was just, a steak, And so I started eating and said, "How do you like your heart?" And I'm like, "It's okay." And he said, "No, you're eating the heart. It tastes good to me." And I finished that whole thing, and it it was delicious.
You know, that kind of brought up something. A lot of people say, "Oh, I ain't gonna eat this. I ain't gonna eat that." You know, you never would catch me. And there's going to be people around that's going to put you to the test. You know, don't say nothing. But and then when you eating it and don't know what it is, hey, that's some good meat.
Yeah.
You know.
You have a good night. I hope you feel better there, B.
Yeah, good night, B.
Yeah.
Good night, B.
Yeah, a lot of times, like deer meat, and I get people correct me all the time. Oh, it's venison. It's
Venison.
I come from what they're called deer. I don't say, "Oh, look at the venison running across the field."
Really? We'll see.
To me, it's just deer meat. That's like, you know, um, a baby cow or a small cow is a veal.
Yeah.
It's still a cow to me. It's still beef. they make up all these names and stuff for it. It's just, what animal it is to me.
We'll see. My next door neighbors, way while back ago, was over at the house. Now, I don't know what brought the subject up. I can't really remember, but it was deer. Oh, I'll never eat deer. Yada, yada, yada. And I looked at the wife and kind of grinned. It took me a couple of days to get a roast, a deer roast. I got it and I cooked it up, set the table. And these two ladies right here, I don't care if you open up a loaf of bread, they over there chest, what we eating?
Yeah.
So I fixed all that. I fixed a nice dinner or whatever. They come over, they indulged in it, and they kept saying how good it was. They were bragging on it. And a week later, I told them what it was. Oh, I knew it was something like that. I knew it. Yeah, right. Don't even go there with me.
Yeah, one of the best things, if you ever go hunting and you field dress your own and butcher it down and everything, you always make a fire, and part of that backstrap gets on that, and you're cooking as you're butchering the deer, and you eat as you go, and it's some of the best. You got blood all over your hands and the deer hair, and it tastes nothing better.
Well, I know it's going to be hard to believe. I've never ate a backstrap from a deer.
Oh, that's so. The better than that is the inner backstrap.
Now, I've heard
a lot of people don't do anything with it because it's the inside, but there's not much of it. But oh man, the backstrap and the inner backstrap is like the most tenderest thing.
Now, everybody I've talked to that goes deer hunting, they'll fight you over that backstrap.
Oh yeah.
And TN Twister, I'm not even going there with that. See what you.
They come from chicken.
Well, not necessarily chicken. You got turkey, you got bird. But what I'm thinking is what end of the bird does it come from?
What end? The back end.
Yeah. But see, a lot of people don't know that.
What's that?
Yeah.
Which end the egg comes from.
Oh yeah. A little confusion about that. I agree. They can't figure out which came first.
Believe it or not, the Bible says the chicken came first.
Yeah. Well, the egg couldn't come first in the first place.
Exactly.
Because
The chicken
if you put an egg on the ground that is fertile and it just sits there, it's not going to hatch.
No.
Because it has to be, at a certain temperature for 28 days.
Incubated, yeah. I'd love to have some good fresh tenderloin. And I've never ate bison either.
That's good.
Lester was talking about eating bison.
And again,
back in the stream.
I call it buffalo because I have never seen a
bison
Asian buffalo in the United States. So
anarchy. I caught on to that joke.
Yeah. And that's some of the and it wasn't actually on the fire, it was on a flat stone. And this was one of the best buffalo that I had. And I don't know what part it was. All I know it was a good size chunk of meat, and an old Indian lady cooked it and used her hands to flip it and everything. And it was right on top of a stone and the stone was on top of the fire. Good. And some Indian bread and some corn stuff that I have no idea what it was. It's weird. Some of the best food I can remember has been cooked on a fire or near a fire of some sort. Then, and I've been to some really fancy restaurants that cost thousands of dollars to eat at. And to me, the best food I've had has been
open fire,
almost primitive type stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, that heart that was butchered and it was killed right there and everything and chopped up, and that one of the best things I had on a cow.
CJ, you have a good night.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to end it here at 11. Don't know if anybody's up. Oh no, nobody's live. Wow.
Hey, when's 101 going live again?
He said Saturday. He said he'd try for Saturday.
Oh, okay. Did he say which week and which month?
No. You better hurry up. World War III is starting Tuesday.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, I wouldn't put. Then again, you never know. I mean, this guy predicted a lot of stuff. Their names and when they died.
Oof. I know you ain't talking about Nostradamus.
Nope.
Okay.
That's an Indian guy.
Oh, really?
Yep. And that's here and now. And he's like the dude from Iran.
Okay.
He predicted his name and day he would die, and people in the airplane, all their names.
Sounds like he got some real good inside intel there.
Something. But yeah, that's that thing Watt sent me in the emails. His name is what was his name? I done closed it off now.
I forgot.
Cushman or Cushall or Cushman or something like that. I forget. Yeah, but you look at the stuff that he got right, and he did get some wrong, but
TN Twister wants to know, can you repost his info?
yeah, let me go ahead and bring up the email.
All right. Yeah, my book says we win at the end of it. But the funny thing about it is, those who think that they are together, I'll put it like that, would you bet on it?
What do you mean together? Their
Saved.
body parts?
Saved.
Oh. Well, saved doesn't mean you're going.
That's what I'm talking about.
Or you got a free ticket in, I should say.
That's what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people who are saved think they're going to go to heaven. But if you look at their lifestyle and everything, no.
Yeah, there's a difference between, their heart.
Exactly. I think it is, your heart has to be 100% before you go. That's what I think.
I wouldn't say 100% because there's only one person that has the 100%. 100% is perfect.
True. True.
But I would say probably more good than sinful.
Well, now the funny thing, and I've heard this growing up, and now I kind of believe it more than anything. A beggar or a street person will stand a better chance of getting in than a rich person.
Yeah, and I think it all depends on the person, though. It doesn't. You can't buy your way in because there's. I mean, it's in the Bible. I'm sure Bubba will know what I'm talking about. The people that did everything right and everything, and said, and they had a list of whatever they did. So look, I did all this for you. Bye-bye.
Judgment Day.
Go that way, but
there's something about the quote about the camel.
It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. Something like that. I think so.
Than getting to heaven.
Yeah. Bubba, I had you beat. I was going through 3.5 to 4 a day.
Oh yeah. And that's because I was a gamer, and at that time I was streaming, and that's one after another cigarette I was smoking until the kids came in and told me, if you're gone, we have nobody. So you need to start taking care of yourself. And I gave them my pack of cigarettes. They took the rest of the 2 cartons I had in the fridge and tossed them in the trash. And that's when I quit.
Well, I'm hoping next month.
Well, if I did that to him, he'd kill me.
Well,
I wouldn't be alive.
I'm gonna start with the patches next month.
The patches.
Yeah, and the
I think,
last go
isn't there something
around,
better than that by now? I don't
it's
know.
either
So,
Chantix or the patches, and I'm already on Chantix. Okay, that's what's keeping me about a pack a day.
oh,
All right. I figure when I jump on the patches, the time I get to number one, I'll be done.
yeah.
You know, because when I come out of the hospital, they put me on the patches, 2 patches at a time. I had damn near stopped.
Isn't it just a bunch of nicotine going into your body though? Or
More or less.
is it
Bubba News,
is it you put patches on to stop smoking and then you need to wing yourself off the patches?
what it
Is
is
that how it
you
works?
start off with the strongest one, and then you start working your way down. They've got three different types. You start out with number 3, you go to number 2, then you go to number 1. And you should be stopped at the time you wing yourself from a number
Give you
1.
crazy dreams.
With Chantix, okay, hold on. Let me back up.
I thought
My
that
whole
was
life-
another drug.
With them too. My whole life, I've had crazy dreams. And with me on Chantix, I don't know what's crazy anymore.
I know my mom, she had her spell Mother's Day weekend, and she hadn't smoked a cigarette since then. And that's what she's on now, the patches.
I was going to ask you. I forgot about that. How's she doing with the smoking?
She's doing good.
Oh, that's good.
Ginger Ninja. Last time I was on the patches, the doctor told me I could smoke, but just don't smoke as much. I mean,
So my
you
mom,
figure
she
I
better
was
not
up-
fire up a cigarette. It'd take her out
Oh, wow.
while she's on the patches she's on.
Piss in it.
You know what it is.
Dang.
I guess it would. I guess her heart was such a fragile state; it'd just be too much nicotine at one time.
Whenever I used to game a lot and smoke, I had licorice, not the black one, the red one.
Red one.
And afterwards, I still had the liquor when I quit, and I was still craving it. I would pick up the licorice and try smoking it. I was so used to reaching for a cigarette while I was playing. All the time I was putting licorice in my mouth, and then I would leave it there, and then I would like, oh, dang it.
Well, now my wife quit cold turkey, and she quit 36 years ago.
Something like that.
When she found it, well, a little over 36, when she found out she was pregnant with my daughter. That was the last time she smoked.
No, it wasn't. I started back after I had her. That's when I had leukemia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. After I had her, I started back.
I didn't know that.
My cigarettes made me sick when I was pregnant.
That's good.
I had leukemia. I quit. Found out.
Are you all right? Because I thought I was smoking a lot. And come to find out, you've been taking my cigarettes.
Yeah, I remember I was smoking Marlboro, and it's better for you if you smoke Marlboro Lights. No, you just smoke twice as many Marlboro Lights than you do regular Marlboro.
Exactly. I used to smoke Marlboro mediums. It was a little bit stronger than the lights, but not as strong as the reds.
Yeah, there was the 100s, and then they had the wides, which was a bigger cigarette. They
Was
didn't
that? Yeah, it
last too
was
long.
Marlboro, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I used to smoke them. What, 22? Regular pack was 20, but it was okay. Okay, you would get 8 to a carton instead of 10.
Oh, um, my my uncle used to smoke the Pall Malls, the without the filters. Then he went to the filters, but he started
I'll tell
with
you.
the Pall Malls.
I'll tell you one of the worst cigarettes I think Daddy ever gave me. It was a humpback Chesterfield. If anybody knows about a Chesterfield, they were some of the strongest that was on the market. It would make Pall Mall humpbacks like a light cigarette. Oh, Bushcraft.
Yeah, it's at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, 11:01. Well, how did that turn out? Why am
3
it's not
hours,
3
1
hours?
minute,
It should be 3 hours, right? I started
depending
at
on.
9 o'clock, didn't I?
You started it
Or
little like
8 o'clock, I mean.
Yeah, that's 3 hours.
Yeah, but it says 2 hours and 58 minutes.
mine says 3:01:21.
Up
That's what
top?
mine says.
Really? I wonder
Yeah.
why mine's off. Oh, by the way, for those who on Twitter, thank you for watching it on Twitter. I need to just do a live on Twitter one night.
Yeah, if you on Twitter, how about hitting like and share button
Well,
if
it's
it's
a.
possible?
Do they still call it a retweet on
I don't care what
on
it's called.
X?
Everybody knows what I'm saying.
I don't know if they still call it that. I just retweeted somebody yesterday too. Here, let me go look real quick.
I tried retweeting. I got Mac.
Oh no, it's repost. It's actually repost now. Huh.
You know, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Never mind.
I guess I will see you guys Sunday.
Father's
Well,
Day.
we got Vineyard Chicks at 10:30. Dig Deeper Ministry at 11:05, and then the Vineyard Chicks at 6 o'clock for the Seed Challenge one. And then I'll see you bright and early Sunday or Monday morning, because I think I'm gonna do the news for an hour on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
All right.
Lives, yeah.
Wait a minute. Wednesday. Oh, okay. You may not be here Wednesday.
Oh yeah. Well, I might be reporting that we're at war on Wednesday at 9 in the morning. Yeah, that I figure I do videos on some of the news and stuff, and I don't get any views on them. But if I go live, I get double the views. So
Wait a minute. If you don't do, if you do a video of news and don't get no views, then when you go live, you get double the views. Does that mean one person?
No, there's a little bit more people that show up. Yeah, I actually like doing it, and I think it's getting crazy fired up a little bit to come back and do lives again. She did one right after mine, and that way I can redirect people over to hers too. But I will catch you guys Sunday and Monday. And until then, God bless.
Bye bye, guys.